Hello, Your Honor. My name is Sammy Purvis, and I'm the fire investigator for this case in question. As the circumstances surrounding this case, you've heard from the attorneys, and the fire as follows. We had a house fire, and the owner actually arrived while the crews was searching for victims. Obviously, there were no victims in the house. Once the fire was extinguished and our fire crews were loading the hose and cleaning up, the company officer of that engine company was gathering the information from the homeowner. And at that time, another fire call was dispatched that was only 3 blocks away. Now, it's our policy to obtain a written consent form during the process of obtaining the information for our fire report. And this written permission form gives us permission to enter and conduct a cause and origin investigation. As I said, this normally is done during the process of the company officer gathering information from the owner or occupant. The house fire that was dispatched during the time the officer was obtaining his paperwork was reported to have 3 children trapped in a burning building. The second fire was only 3 blocks away from this fire. They were the closest available fire truck. The crews, still loading hose, quickly finished that, threw the hose on the fire truck, and responded to the fire with reported entrapment, thus leaving the scene prior to my arrival. Normally, they would have been there if they had not had a second fire. As your Honor is aware, fire departments have an obligation by law to conduct a cause and origin investigation at fires. Normally, my crew would have remained at the scene, still loading hose and cleaning up, and would not have left the scene unsecured. I would have arrived before they left. But due to another emergency that threatened life, and here's two pictures. This is the house in question, left unsecured, with the door was open and damage to the wall there. This was a picture of the actual fire where the children was trapped. This is one of them being rescued down from a second story window. So therefore, the crews left to go to this emergency. My entry into the house under normal circumstances would have been just a continuation of the on-scene crews entry to suppress the fire, and I would have arrived. We've gotten a permission signed, and I would have conducted my cause and origin investigation had the second fire not occurred. In the case of Christian Reed Smith versus the State of Idaho Appeals Court, 2005, a similar situation occurred wherein a firefighter made an entry after a fire. Short time later, the battalion chief arrived to investigate, and the entry was initially what they discovered was suppressed, but it was overturned by the appeals court, and it was allowed because the battalion chief arrived such a short time later that it was just considered a continuation, and that's basically what happened in this scenario. I arrived short time after the fire trucks had left to go to the other call, and I began my investigation. As I said, my crews would still been there if there had not been another fire with life threat. The condition, the furniture being in the house that appeared to be old, the broken television, the device that was behind the broken television, all this evidence was noted, led me to suspect foul play. An exigent circumstance was created when I was in the house alone. There was no one there to to secure the scene for me. So I gathered the evidence that I thought that I needed, because if I had left the scene, it could have been altered or destroyed because there was no one there to secure it if I had left to go get a search warrant. And those are my reasons why I believe that this evidence shouldn't be suppressed and should be allowed in this case. Thank you, Your Honor.